Good morning. I gotta take care of this stuff. Used for charity updated. Now it's time to take Katie for a walk while the coffee's brewing, and then I'll come back and have nice fresh coffee. This is gonna be her second walk today. She woke me up at 8:45 in the morning because she needed a piddle, and it was just a little piddle. I think she was more bored and didn't realize how early it was. And so, you know, that's the thing that happened. So we're gonna wake her up. She's already awake, who am I kidding? We're gonna get her out and we're gonna go for a walk. Yeah, oh, stretch. You smelled that this morning. I don't think there's gonna be any change. Oh yeah, of course you got a stick. There you go. Now we're walking. Here's what I want you to do. Hey, I want you to not eat the coffee grinds and spill. But what I want you to do, sit. Candy, sit. We had a good walk. Okay? We had a good walk. So what I'm going to do for you is, I know you like these beef lung things. Andy and I had a very meaningful discussion. Really, I was the one talking. She was just listening or looking at me. I don't know if she was listening. She probably was. I just took the hearing test, like the how old are your ears from ASAP Science. And at least we know I'm under 50. You can't hear anything above 70,000 hertz. I don't even think I can hear 17,000 hertz. I think that's where it stops. It's like 8,000, 14,000, or 15,000 I think. And like 17,000 is just like tick. And the rest is just tick, 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 tick. It just doesn't register. So at least we know I'm under 50, right? Right. But I mean, at the same time, I used to listen to loud music and stuff like that. And it's and probably the dog barking directly in my ear. That probably helped too. Helped. What's really interesting that I was reading today is that a little while ago, NASA created it accidentally a potential warp drive. Like, it's not necessarily a warp drive, but it's something that would get thousands of times more thrust than a regular photon rocket. So basically what it is it generates microwaves inside of a sealed enclosure inside of a sealed field, and that in itself creates thrust. So they did it, and it generated like a lot more thrust. It was a crazy amount. And they're like, okay, but it could be something like, they did it on a very small scale. They're like, well, yeah, but what about atmospheric things? And so they did it again in a vacuum, which basically rules out that there's any atmospheric anything from like heat conduction, or that the thrust is coming from heat conduction, or that anything like that. So basically, with this engine, this EM drive that they're calling it, this could create like 1 kilowatt, which is basically the size of your average microwave, the powerful of your average microwave would be able to generate 3,000 tons of thrust. So you would be able to get instead of going from here to the moon in what, 10, 12 days, 8 days, it would now take 48 hours, which is kind of crazy. And to travel the distance to Alpha Centauri, which is 4.2 million light years away, or 4.2 light years away, not 4.2 million light years away. 4.2 light years away, it would take 98 years, but if you were slowing down, it would take 111 years. But I mean, that's just with that's not with a 1 kilowatt thing, that's with, you know, and a huge space rocket. But I mean, if this is proven, and if research has this implemented, even within the next 20 years, then this would make this could save this human race, really. If we have a way to travel interplanetary, intergalaxy, not galaxy, but intersolar systems. So if we do find with the Webb telescope, I don't remember the name, but if we do find a habitable planet that's within a reasonable amount, like less than a couple of light years away, then there's potential that we could get there. Now this new thing, this other thing that I was going to say, this is just pure theory at this point. Someone was doing an experiment not that long ago where they made a ripple in space with lasers. It was only a ripple, but saying in theory that if that could happen, if you could create a warp, you'd be essentially able to bypass the speed of light. The question that I found really interesting though was, if that did happen and the warp was created, would time pass regularly everywhere else? So like in the warp, if you went from say here to Pluto and it took you 16 minutes in the warp, would 20 something years pass on Earth? Because time is still going regularly in the Earth, on Earth. But inside the warp, time is way sped up. These questions, you don't know. But it's really interesting about this EM drive because this breaks conventional physics. This is like, hey, here's all the physics laws and everything is going by them, but this is not. This is weird. Interesting anyway. So yeah, super interesting space stuff. It's time to go to work now. At least I have stuff to eat for lunch this day. This day? Kat, do you want to come inside? Are you good outside? I'm gonna say you're good outside. Okay, cool. You know temperature's getting crazy this year when like there's actual sinkholes forming in the driveway. Like normally there's not, and that's not a thing, but now it's a thing. Anyways, I'm gonna link the Reddit thread that I found all this cool information in the comments. The thing. Credits? Description, that's it. Jeez. I'm too tired. I'm gonna go to work. BRB. That's where I am tonight. I'm not ready for this. So I went in there with no shoes, no shorts, no nothing, and it still did it, and it worked, and it wasn't as bad as I remember it. Also, I was like the only one there that was cool. I like that part, especially because I'm still kind of super weak and skinny. But that part will come, or will not come. That, you know what I mean. Let's go home. It's 1:54 in the morning. I don't know what time I clocked in, but 1:54 in the morning now. Oh dear. Look, two of them, deer. Should probably get off the road. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Off of the road, though. Like off. Like not on the road. Guys, keep going. No, off the road, please. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. We did it. We're gonna go inside and drink that protein boost thing and make sure that I get protein and so that my muscles can repair themselves after I beat the crap out of them tonight, and plan to do that in 2 days again. But next time in 2 days I'll bring like shorts and proper gym equipment instead of not anything like that. You know, just might be helpful, I think. But I think that's gonna be for me tonight. I love you very much. I hope you enjoyed today, and I will see you all tomorrow when we hopefully are not sore from this excursion, and because we're doing it in 2 days, like it's by every second day. This is the letter of the law or something with me and my fitness thing. Hashtag VidConVod. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.